Hello friends, time for another video today. I've actually released a video a few months ago about San Francisco Bay Area and how I think it's not worth it. And today is basically like a follow-up video on specific points, and the specific point is transportation. As I've told in the previous video about San Francisco, there's really honestly not much good about the Bay Area and San Francisco except for the tech jobs. Tech jobs is of course the sector where I can say yes, it really stands out. Having a tech job doesn't mean like you have everything else in your life. It doesn't mean that there's good infrastructure. Infrastructure is very bad, horrible today, and it's actually going down every single year. I see traffic is getting worse, and all those points that I've already said, I don't want to repeat it all over again. So today's point about BART specifically. BART is a Bay Area rapid transit system, and I sometimes call it fart because of the smell, but no, I mean, talking about this seriously, I think BART is also a bad representation of Bay Area. Why? Let me tell you why. First of all, of the prices, and prices are gonna be around, on average, I think you're gonna spend around $5 to $7 one way if you're commuting long distance. Maybe within a city it's gonna be like $3 or something, but long distance commute, and many people are commuting from the different towns, from other Bay Area towns, this is gonna cost you a bit, and I mean by bit I mean a lot. Just imagine there's let's say $5 one way, and then in an average day you'll spend $10 just in transportation, plus $3 is a parking. And that's already $13. Plus, if you drive, there is a gas. But there is also no monthly passes. So on the BART, you will not be able to just buy a pass and then forget about this. No, there is no passes. So you're gonna be spending a lot, especially if you commute long distances. Let's say $7 is the maximum fee, and $14, both ways is gonna be, and plus $3 for the parking. Well, $17 just wasted on what? It's a big metropolitan area, and it's so expensive, and the ride share is huge, but still it's so expensive. So that's my point, is that it's so bad in those terms. I know there are really good public transit systems, like let's say New York, because it's basically cheaper. They have weekly, monthly passes, they have something to offer, and it runs 24/7, while BART closes at I think 12 or 1 a.m. That's when it closes. And BART was never intended to be that system that carries a lot of passengers, because after .com boom, basically the ride share of BART became just 3 times more, and it was never intended for that use, right? And the infrastructure was never intended to be used in that way. BART is a shame. It's initially it was planned to have a BART along the whole Bay Area, but then they shortened the plans and they just have this only few parts of Bay Area. Well, thanks God they have connection between San Francisco and Oakland. Well, at least something, right? There is a Trans-Bay Tube which goes under the bay. And this is good, but they scrapped the all initial plans. So in 70s they planned the system, and as you can see, it was never built the way it should be. Right now they keep building new stations. I think they built one station in 5 or 7 years. Wow, that's so cool. And after delay of 3 more years or something, they finally built it. I mean, and considering how much people pay for those tickets, I think it's just a shame. But well, okay, they at least try something. And talking about the BART, everything about this system is wrong. I can tell you specific details about it. When you buy a ticket and you insert the bill, it asks you to type the amount, to type the ticket amount, right? So you need a specific ticket amount between each station. It's different for every single station. So you insert your bill, and then there's just few buttons. There's a 5-cent button, there's a $1 button, so you can just decrease or increase the value of ticket by pressing those buttons. So if you insert the $20 bill and you actually need only $3 tickets, you need to press that 17 times you need to press $1 button to decrease the 17 times. No way just to type it and press. No, and you need to actually press the button so many times. So this is an idiotic design, I would say. And when we talk about Bay Area, there's a bunch of startups, there's a bunch of this and that, and still this BART system is just like 19th century. It's not designed the way it should be. That's what I'm complaining about. It's just wrong. And then if you want to pay for parking, you can only pay for parking using cash, and then it gives you a change. Maximum change is $4.95, by the way. So if you insert $50, you will just receive a change of $4.95. So yeah, enjoy. Very amazing system, right? Of course. And of course the change will be in 25 cents. No bills, nothing. So you can only pay for parking inside the area after you enter the station. So if you have a large bill, let's say $50, and of course the changing machine is gonna be giving you $4.95 change, so there's no way you can actually pay for parking without losing all your money in that case. Of course there's a BART employees, but they have no cash and they cannot help you in any way. So the only way to do that is to exit the station and probably have to ask somebody for a change. But to exit the station, there's a fee of $6 if you just enter the station and exit the station. $6. See, you will be in any way. So as you can see, it's just bad in every single way. And why does it cost so much? Why does BART cost so much? Well, looking at internet discussions, I'm not sure how I should believe the internet discussions, but the BART trains and tracks are designed in some specific way that it's really hard to maintain because the spare parts are hard to find. So it's really hard to find the spare parts for all those trains and tracks. So that's why it costs so much to maintain. Probably they need to develop all those parts separately somewhere, and I don't know. And when we talk about the labor prices in Bay Area, it's huge, right? That's why it costs so much to maintain. It's built in some specific way that only they know how to handle, and it breaks all the time. There's always delays. No parking, or if you come before 10 a.m. there's reserved spots, but you cannot just park there and pay. You have to have some specific reservation for that spot. So after 10 a.m. you can actually pay for parking and stay in any spot, but before 10 a.m. you cannot. That's the way it's designed, and this is a really stupid way of designing things, I think. So there's basically very hard to find parking. System is designed in a bad way, and it's unmaintainable. And considering the number of riders are increasing every year, as of now, I don't think it's really a good transportation system. I think it's really bad one. It's a shame that we have it here. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. Tell me more about what do you think about transportation options in Bay Area, because honestly I'm puzzled. I'm just completely puzzled. The traffic is bad, transportation is bad, not a single good thing about commuting here. Not a single good thing.